looking for the right at the end of my wrongs. At the end of my wrongs, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. It's a little good news. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little. Something bring me back to the middle. All I really need is a little good news.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Third and final of the games today, this Wild Card Sunday. It might be the best of the bunch. And off we go on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, it's Etienne. And he'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
First carry for the Auburn alum, Tank Bigsby. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Bigsby. Finds room inside the 40. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Great job at that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up third down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll throw here on third and short. He's got it at the 7. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Now from the 7, it's second and goal. Lawrence. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Extra point by little is good. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Super Wild Card Weekend. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Right to the air, it's Fields. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Foye Oluokun. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
Now a screen set up for Etienne. And he will get into the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
A first down throw for Fields. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Austin brought in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
ETN now on 1st and 10. A first down there on a gain of 12.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
On 1st down, Lawrence. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
They go play action with Fields. Now for the 3rd time in the first quarter, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal. They'll run it here with ETN. And he's into the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Austin brought in motion. On the ground, here's Zamir White. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, son.
Fields. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. He'll try to hit him with a screen. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. 1 quarter. Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Etienne. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. Taken at the 19. And it turns out to be a very nice return as he's finally escorted out of bounds. Drive begins with a run by White. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To throw is Fields. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Throwing is Fields. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Trayvon Walker, the former first overall pick, in there for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Here we go.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Going for it all. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Here we go, Scott.
4th down. Fields. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the Steelers first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now Fields.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Here comes White on the toss right. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
Here we go. Good. Jump clear.
Fields now. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell on for the point after. He gets it to go. And the Steelers get back in it. It is 21-7. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Open man is Davis. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll look to set up the screen here. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Second down and 3. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That caught by Davis. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Up the middle, here is Etienne. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Now, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone, a pickup of 6. Here comes 3rd and 6. Lawrence now. This is caught at the 2. And he's in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
Fields. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw is Fields. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Fields now to throw on 1st down. We'll find Mostert out of the backfield. Yeah!
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's Fields. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. They'll power it, push the pile forward. It's a gain of 2. So we are at halftime here in the AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. One team advances, one team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go, son.
They'll start this on the ground. And here's White. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. They'll go again with White. White, 1st down and much more. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 38-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Play action now for Fields. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. 1st down. Fields. He'll find his running back, White. He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10.
Just nowhere to go once he catches this ball. You see, he's doing everything in his power to make guys miss and break tackles. Think he ended up doing a little bit too much because he ends up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, son. Angel.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Off the play action, here's Fields. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back at the 16. Fields to throw for it. And that's going to be incomplete. They roll the dice, 4th and goal, but they're going to wind up being turned away by the defense. On the ground, it is Bigsby to start this drive. He's to midfield. Still on the move. Won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 84 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A first down throw for Fields. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Second down, it's Fields. Quickly to the outside and complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll try left side with Etienne. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. Jaguars ready to punt this one away. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. On 1st and 10, Fields going up top. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Steeler first down. They go play action with Fields. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take over just shy of midfield.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
One quarter remains here at
Third quarter with the score Jaguars.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. They'll run the toss here to Etienne. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. Third down, 3 to go. Now, Fields. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good.
To throw is Fields. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
Fields to throw. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Javon Holland.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
First and 10 now from the 36. They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. So a big one there to start the drive. 39 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever. Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
They'll go with the sneak. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down.
Pretty curious decision there, Mike, to go quarterback sneak on 2nd down. It's typically something that we see on 3rd and 4th down. But in this case, the play caller wanted to convert this 1st down, don't leave anything to chance, and he's able to get a fresh set of downs.
They'll look to run. It's Etienne. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
This defense back up but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs. Now, after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make a play through the air.
And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So, 4th down, and on comes the rookie, Cam Little, for this Jaguar field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
To throw is Fields.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Nearly gave the ball back to his offense with a short field to work with. And tell you what, if I'm this defensive coordinator, I'm going to have all my guys on the jugs machine this week after practice, because when the quarterback gives you a gift like that, you've got to come away with that pick.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Etienne. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's ETN. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Anytime you run a draw, you're hoping the linebacker reads pass and starts dropping into his pass coverage. That's what creates space for your running back to get going. Well, not this time. The linebacker saw it from the jump. He's able to penetrate the backfield and take the runner down for a loss. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Hey, Go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Fields now on 2nd down. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Throwing is Fields. And more of the same. Another interception. That's the linebacker, Devin Lloyd.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars, as they are moving on. They got into the playoffs as a wild card. They get the win away from home in the opening round. Now they'll regroup and get ready for the divisional round next weekend. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.